Welcome to the Driven Moms Answering Adversity interview series, Stories of Success Through Setbacks from Mom Elevated. Together, we can shine a light on how normal challenges and struggles truly are, along with how we can overcome and rise above them. Today, we have Angela to share with us and to share her story. I'm super excited. Can you briefly tell us about what your story is?
Um, so I have a cleaning business that I just kind of started just very last minute. It was like, there was a lot going on personally, and I had to change careers pretty quickly. And so I was kind of like, what am I gonna do with my life? I have kids. What am I gonna do to make money? And that's what I thought of, and that's what I did. And so it was just very last minute kind of thing, but it's been really good. Of course, there were setbacks and everything, but it's going well now.
Oh, I'm so happy to hear that. Can you share what adversity have you answered and how did you answer it?
Um, I mean, I used to work at a dental office, and I mean, I don't want to say I'm the, smartest person ever, but part of it for me personally was just kind of accepting in a way, like, okay, I'm no longer at an office, I'm no longer working with doctors, I am cleaning toilets. And so it was hard for me personally. But then, a couple of my clients have told me, like, what are you doing? Why are you doing this? Like, you could be doing so much more. And so for me in the beginning, it was kind of like a setback. I felt like a failure having to do this. Um, but now it's been about a year and a half, and now I'm like, I'm so glad that everything happened and that this is what I'm doing, because I don't just see it, as scrubbing toilets at all. Now it's, building relationships. It's showing my kids, how to start something and stick with it, and it's meeting people. I love meeting people. And I think for me and, people around me, my family, it was kind of like a big, like, what are you doing? But now it's so rewarding now.
Well, and do you find so, I mean, I've hired a cleaner as well before because I'm not very fast or efficient at cleaning. And so I find it really just amazing. My mom is 100% has always been very clean and very quick at it. I don't know how. I can't ever figure that out. I am not quick at it. I'm very thorough, but it takes me a long time. And so it is amazing to me to watch people do what they do and see how well, you can do that so quickly because that's something like it saves me so much time when I just hire that out and don't have to worry about it. But it's also transformative because you get to really chat with those people and they get to know you and what you really lack, I guess, because I used to love when I was little, I used to love cleaning the bathrooms, which is so funny. I hate it now that I have three kids and a husband, but that was always something I enjoyed doing. So I was always pretty quick at that. But watching people like, I hate dusting. So watching people be efficient at that and like seeing how they do it is really kind of amazing to me. And it blows my mind, but it's also like I get to see somebody in their element doing something so incredible. And so it's not like looking down on somebody for cleaning. It's like, oh my gosh, I wish I had that skill. Do you kind of see the same thing in some of your clients of where you're able to make them shine by doing something they're not great at?
Yeah, and one of my ladies, she tells me every time we go, she's like, I'm so glad that you can do this. She's like, because I can't. I hate cleaning. She's like, I hate it. And, her job, she's a counselor. And so, she counsels people through mental health, and, and she's like, I don't like to clean at all. And for me, I was off for a couple of days. We worked, I mean, we've been working like crazy because of the holidays. But we took about 4 days off. And so being off, I enjoyed it with my family. I did, but it was like there was something missing. And so yesterday was my first day back, and I don't even know how to describe it. It's just so therapeutic for me to just clean and you know, I just like get lost in it, and I don't know, I don't even realize, like what I'm doing. Really, I'm just cleaning and that's it. Like I get in my zone and I'm focused, and I like to time myself, not because like I'm in a hurry, and have another house to get to, because we do allow like 3 hours per cleaning. But I like to time myself just to see, like, okay, today I'm gonna go extra hard at the bathtub, and this is how long it takes me when I go extra hard at the bathtub. Bathrooms too, that's my thing. I love it. When I was little, that was my chore every week, and so that's what I go to right away is the bathroom. And my daughter, she'll go with me every now and then, like when she has a break or on the weekends, and she goes straight to the bathroom too. And I'm like, that's mine.
I think that's beautiful. I love that. So you said this was kind of like a thing where you were forced into this decision, but you also love it. So I feel like that happens a lot to entrepreneurs. Like that's kind of how we start. It's like a make or break it moment, and we're either gonna fall on our faces or we're gonna flourish and we're gonna figure it out. What do you think it is in entrepreneurs that makes us continue on through challenges without giving up when the times get tough or when we're faced with that adversity?
I think if it's really for you, then you're gonna stick it out. If it really, really is something that you are passionate about, something that you really, really want, you're gonna see the struggles, and it's just gonna make you want to learn and work harder. Um, I've been doing this for about a year and a half now, and I mean, pretty much everyone has been happy and satisfied. Every now and then they'll tell me like, "Oh, it doesn't look like this part is vacuumed," and I'll say, "Okay, I'm sorry, get better at it and work on it." But recently I got fired from a job, like just completely just fired. Don't come back ever. I'm not going to recommend you. Like, just it hurt my feelings a lot. I was upset that whole day, and I was kind of doubting myself. Like, what am I going to do with my life then if I don't know how to clean? And this is what I do. Like, what am I going to do? Then I kind of started thinking, does everyone feel like I don't clean well and they just haven't told me? Like, it was really hard on me. And I talked to my mom about it, and she was like, it's one out of, the year and a half that you've been doing this. And um so that night, I ended up going to bed really early because I was like, I don't want to think about it anymore. I don't want to, I just slept. And when I woke up the next day, I was like, okay, it's a lesson learned. It's either I could quit, and find something else to do with my life, or, just get better. And I think for me, a big push that I have to make it work is my kids. Um, they love that I'm my own boss. They love it, and we talk about that all the time. Um, so when I worked at the dental office, my son, he was 12 at the time, he decided he wanted to start cutting grass. And so he did, and I had a little, Chevy Malibu, and I traded it in for a truck for the equipment, and we would go around literally just knocking door to door and asking people if they wanted their yard cut. And it's been 2 years, and he's still going at it. We're still going at it. And so part of it is just them. I want them to know that you don't have to work for someone. You don't have to. You can, there's nothing wrong with it. But I love that he had that, I'm gonna do this at 12,
Yeah,
and so I'm like, if he can do it, why can't I do it? And
but he probably got that from you.
maybe, I don't know. And my daughter, she's 11 now. She loves to bake, and she's tried selling fruit cups, and she does like canvas paintings and stuff. So I just want them to know, that you can do it no matter what it is that you want to do. Um and so that kind of what keeps me going is just knowing that they're looking at me, you know.
I love that. That's
Yeah.
beautiful. That's so true also though. And then I just thought of a question that I always see it out and about and where people are like, follow your passion. If you love what you do, you'll never work a day in your life. However, I'm of the mind that I mean, you're never gonna love what you do all the time. There's always gonna be something in there that you don't necessarily like doing. And eventually you might be able to hire that out or give it to somebody else, but that's also not always like some days will be better than others. That's my
Hmm.
motto. Some days are better than others. So
Hmm.
do you find that to be like which side of the coin are you on that? Do you also believe that like you're if you love what you do, you're just always gonna it's gonna be great. You're never gonna work, it's never gonna feel like work? Or do you think that there are some times that it's not going to be great. It's not going to be rainbows and butterflies, but you're going to get through that and you find the motivation through outside sources and internally. It's something that you kind of intrinsically have to know, but also externally find like your kids and say, okay, they're pushing me today. This is going to get me
Hmm.
through today.
Yeah, for sure. There's been a lot of times where I felt like I was in over my head. What did I get myself into? This is not what I was thinking it was gonna be, especially starting out, because I really didn't know how to bid jobs. I really didn't know, what all it took to deep clean an oven. I didn't know what all it took to do a hazardous clean. And so it was kind of like you go as a learn kind of thing. And I mean, even now, not because of a job, but just because of personal, I might be having a bad day or something. I'm like, I don't want to go to work. But once you're there, it's kind of like, well, I'm here, I have to do it. um and I've talked to a lot of other cleaners, and some of them are, you pick your jobs. You pick your jobs. If you don't want to do it, then don't. If you feel like you can't, then don't. I'm not there yet. I'm still, okay, it's a job, and so I'm gonna do it. And sometimes it bites me in the butt, but I figure if it's hard, if it takes longer than, what I planned, it's a learning thing. I'm learning. I'm still learning, and still trying to gauge, everything. But right now I'm enjoying it. I mean, there are jobs that I'm like, I don't know if I can do this, but that makes it so much more rewarding at the end because I'm like, okay, I did it.
Yeah, I think that's prime.
Mhm.
So what one takeaway or lesson do you think that you would that other mompreneurs would be able to use from your experience?
Um, I would say, just as a woman, as a mom, as maybe a wife, we have so much on our plates all the time. All the time. It's the house, work, business, the kids. Are you being a good mom? Are you taking care of yourself? I gained weight, and it's like I don't have time to go to the gym. I don't have time, to do this and that. But just, learn how to set a boundary. I'm still working on that, but it's very important as a mom, as a businesswoman, to learn how to make that boundary. Like, okay, 5 p.m., my phone is off, it's family time, it's reading time, whatever. Me and my kids were just talking about New Year's resolutions, and one of mine was to read more and to set that boundary. Because I struggle with it. I do, and I think that it is affecting my family. So I think just when it's business time, okay, business mode. But when it's, home time, then that's it. It's home time, and just gotta leave it like that. Taking care of yourself as a mom and as a woman is you have to. And I think some of us, especially me, I thought that's very selfish. It's selfish to go to the gym when my kids are home and I'm not spending time with them. It's selfish, to go shopping for yourself when the kids need something. But I mean, in the end, you have to take care of yourself, and as a businesswoman, as a cleaner, we work hard. It's a lot of physical, work to scrub and scrub, and it's important to just kind of take a rest day and not do that. My daughter, she gave me a chores list. She said at home, she said, that the house is dirty sometimes. And she was like, your chore is here, and this is my chore, and that's your chore. And I'm like, baby, you don't understand. After cleaning all day, I don't want to come home and clean.
I love that. You're like, my chore is to take care of you guys. You get to
Yeah,
do this part. That's so funny though that she took it upon herself to do that.
we did.
Like, look at the
Super.
skills that you've instilled in them. That's beautiful. I love that. That makes me giggle though. Uh, I could see my oldest doing that. He's very much like the perfectionist and like
Mhm.
he he doesn't like it when people chew with their mouths open, and my daughter does. And so he made a chart of when you chew with your mouth open, I'm putting a mark on here. And when we fill out this, when we get to the end, you have to buy me a toy. I was like, he took it upon himself to do that. I was like, I feel like you need to run that by me first. That's not how this works. That's so funny. I love that so
Oh
much.
my
But
gosh.
it's nice to see them like have that independence and have that forethought to do those
Mhm.
kind of things and know that it'll be received well by the parent, like knowing that your daughter made that and came to you and was like, here, this is for you, knowing that you weren't going to be like upset about it, but you're like, no man.
Yeah, I told
Thank
her, I
you.
was like, so which bill do you want to pay?
That's so beautiful. That's amazing. So what is the best way for others if they want to get a hold of you, if they want to know more about your story or how to work with you, if they're in your area or if they have any questions for you, what is the best way for others to find you if they would like to learn more?
I am on Facebook and Instagram. I'm just not very social media savvy. I try to post, but I'm not really good at it. I don't ever remember to take pictures when I'm at a house. I don't, it just doesn't come to me, but phone is best. I'm always texting or calling or something, so
Okay, that sounds great. Do you want to, what's your handle? So then they can get a hold of you and you can give them your details because I feel like this is not a great platform for that. But which would you rather have them reach out to you on Instagram or Facebook? What are your handles so they can connect?
I don't remember it. I'll have to
Okay.
message it.
No, that's fine. I'll include it in the post so that
Yes,
they can
if you
reach out to
can.
you. That is perfect. Thank you so much. I'm so excited. Thank you for joining us today. Your story is so inspirational, and your willingness and to be open about it is very much appreciated and needed in this space. For those of you out there facing your own adversity, know you're not alone. That is why we're doing what we're doing. You are not alone in this journey. When you need an extra hand or mind for brainstorming during your mompreneur journey, we'd love to work with you through the Mom Elevated Society. It's a great space. It's a great community. You'll find monthly check-ins for goal setting and assessing so that you can reach your goals and make sure that they are the right goals for you. And then there is so much more for both you and your business and your mom life. Until next time, keep shooting for the stars.
Bye. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I very much appreciate your
Yes,
time.
ma'am. Thank you.